It actually looks like a bomb's been through this place. It's not very pleasant at all.
It wasn't until we flew past Innisfail and over a small mountain range between Innisfail and Tully that the true scale of the cyclonic devastation was clear.
I covered the bushfires in Victoria, and they were pretty horrific. I went to Grantham after the floods, and this is the devastation in Tully in particular is certainly of an equivalent scale.
About midnight, it really picked up, and it actually sounded like a freight train coming in, the big roar.
People are just starting to return and have a look at the devastation and remove some of the amazing amount of debris that's been washed up by these waves, or this tidal surge.
It hit in about 12, and it was like a whistling noise that comes through, and the motel where I manage, it's underneath of it because it's elevated, which is good, but it would have been about 6.5 metres, only 7 to get up to where it took out all the bottom of the motel. You're going to have to demolish that motel now.
There are massive trees and branches and a huge amount of debris that's been thrown up onto this street. What amazes me about this scene is that it's just like Phi Island was a few days after the tsunami. And the real similarity is the amount of sand that's been washed up from the ocean. It's about 12 inches thick.
People walking around, in their gutted homes, you could see into the belly of their homes. As we approached Mission Beach, immediately it was clear that this was where they bore the brunt of Cyclone Yassi. There was one house that had been popped open like a cake container. Just each wall was flattened in each different direction, and the only thing left standing was their toilet. One bloke, the guy whose house that was completely pummeled, joked, "Do you think I'll get the pond back?" His neighbours, who were directly behind him, had his roof and his lounge chair and in their swimming pool, and then the rest of the house had actually been lifted up and flung over the top of their house, and it was speared into the rainforest behind.
This town is just completely destroyed. The whole main street, the Bruce Highway, which goes through here, is just completely covered with sand. You can't even recognise roads here. Houses have just been ripped apart. The church in town, there's nothing left except the pews just sitting there on the floor. Homes are just completely devastated. A lot of locals haven't returned to homes here yet. They remain in evacuation centres out of town. And many people are still waiting to return back to their homes to see if anything's left. But this place is like a tsunami's hit here. There's just virtually nothing left. A lot of homes aren't even recognisable now, and it's going to be a hell of a clean-up for these people of Cardwell.